Hey traders, welcome to the stream. Good to see y'all. It's the weekly candle close in less than an hour. That's why we're here, and it's just kind of what we do. Look at crypto, and today there are some that are up. Comps up 22%, GRT 12%, YFI up 8.5%, Litecoin up 6%, and kind of running at its highs of the day, at its highs of the year. Litecoin sitting at its highest price since April 21st, 2022, and breakout, major breakout level. And really, look at the break, the back test. This is a break it and go of sorts, right? Off 105. Just look at this right here. I mean, what was once a support in June and July of 2021, it is now acting for the first time as support again. Yesterday and today. So 140 target, or at least 134. There's just not much here. You could look left at historical inflection points and completely understand why the target is at least 134, but probably 140 plus. The only thing that happens in this zone is virtually straight up and down. So yes. Gradually, then suddenly, and we might be in the suddenly spot. We'll see. I mean, it's crypto, it's all over the place, but Litecoin was definitely one of the best looking ones. There was more rhyme and more reason to why this is happening versus the just random whack-a-mole. Crypto is just pumping. GRT, interesting. Comp, I mean, some of these were at supports. YFI was at support. Buyers just happened to defend it again. All right, so comp was support. But before support was tested, chat, this is the tough part of this market. Before support was defended by the buyers, the price had to go to all-time lows. So, all right. Great, man. But yeah, at the level, there is no confirmation low, just one low and go. So it's just like, all right, man, if we're going to play these S coins, forget the double bottoms, forget the confirmation lows, that's supports. They're just going to go insane. Maybe the weekly is the double bottom, right? What are you talking about? Dude, it's most aren't like this, but some are, and the ones mooning, like let's see, GRT is kind of one, but YFI, look at this. Look at the level. Look where buyers are defending. Of course, YFI had to see its lowest price since June of 2022, taking out the lows from January before it rallied. Had to do that, but the candle closes were never below that level. So mooning going to 74.50. If you break 74.50, that's where the magic zone, like the magic area, like above that level, price action we would see similar to history, right? I mean, there's just really nothing here, straight up and down. So I guess your first target, almost $10,000, pretty much $10,000 above 74.50. You just got to wonder though, is this something like a greater? This was the type 2, but is this really the type 2? For the weekly or something. It's like, okay, now this is starting to look interesting because now you got to get above 74.50, but just think about, all right, you had your lowest low in June. Then you put in a higher low in December, but now the same low in June as you saw in December. Terrible. Oh my God, dude, so much time. But dude, you got to remember this. This is identical to what Litecoin did in its own right on a less significant time scale, right? Looked at a low, then two lows that are the same, but they're both higher than the first low, the lowest low. Ethereum did that. This is exactly how Ethereum bottomed out in the summer last year. Just saying, right? I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just telling you, like, the daily on Ethereum, and we'll just revisit it again because this is a fractal of sorts. I mean, this is like, here it is, right? What is different from YFI's weekly than the daily we saw on Ethereum again in June of last year, where it bottomed and then put in two lows that are identical, but they are both higher than the lowest low. Someone tell me the difference. Same effing picture, Pam Beasley. Okay, so you kind of get it. I mean, most alts, no edge, not good. Just hitting key supports after a year, and buyers are coming in. That's what's happening. So yeah, Gensler getting out. It's gonna just be an insane altcoin euphoria. Things are just gonna keep blowing up. So something that GRT did, as it's up today a lot. Let me show you here. Oh, if I can find it. So 10 cents. What is 10 cents? It's this candle open listing price on Coinbase. That's why it's bold red, 10 cents. Look, it's the wick low, the all-time low from December 2020. Look what happened. Sellers pushed the price below that level, and that's like a breakdown. Oh no, like, I mean, below that level, if it's real breakdown, you're going a lot lower, but it wasn't real because there was no fall through, and buyers pushed the price back above the level, and then a formal successful back test, like a spring back test of spring off that 10 cent level. So for now, you're safe. This is just what happened. I don't know. I can't tell you didn't have this. This is occurring. This has occurred. So it's not making higher highs yet. So not really special. It's just, that's what's going on. Okay. Nice. Bitcoin Cash, let's check on that one. That again, it's like there was no confirmation really. It was just at a support. In fact, it fell below the most key support from history and was just, oh God, but locally held the level, but had to wick to $90 before recovering, and then it's gone, right? It broke all resistance, and now it's at the next resistance. Look, when you break 209, 210, there's just not much there till 304, and that's it. It's finally achieved. So if you break 304 though, good God, it's one green, just one impulse. Like, where's the next, I would say the next major level is 354. You can see a high from April 2019, August 2019. Reversal also happened in November 2020. And yeah, even here in February of last year. So that 350 is your target above 304 for now. Okay. All right. Let's go to, let's look at Bitcoin. Okay, nothing. It's just sideways. Great market conditions for altcoins to pump, I guess, right? Yeah, sure. Stuck between two key levels, 30K, 31K. Never know what's going to break. And doesn't even have, I mean, you know, break one way or the other. There's no danger for Bitcoin's trend until it's pushed below 25K, which is like 17, 18% lower. So, you know, you're in good shape right here on this one. So weekly, what's it going to look like on the close? I mean, it will be, I mean, in 40 minutes, if all stays the same or greater, it will be the highest weekly candle close on Bitcoin since May 9th of 2022. Positive Momo coming back already. It's good. Oh my God, why is the audio so loud? All right, should be better. Good news on Bitcoin. Back inside the bullish control zone and not overbought. Wonderful. 63. Well, I sound like Jerome Powell. No, definitely don't. Definitely don't, dude. So yeah, I mean, like, that's, you broke out technically last week, and this week you didn't. You never really back tested the breakout, but we know the monthly just broke out. The monthly is really the story. It just, right, multiple things happened. So a bullish engulfing candle was number one. Number two was a confirmed candle close breakout above 28.8, and the third most important thing on the monthly was the first level of positive momentum we are seeing since December 2021. I think that's massive. And the 6-month candle, the bi-yearly candle, bullish engulfing candle confirmed. And the highest 6-month candle close since July 2021. The third highest bi-yearly candle ever. That's a really, and look at that. I mean, on the 6 month, 62.7. All right. Quarterly candle also closed. Highest quarterly candle since January 2022. And you broke out really. They caught follow. Last quarterly was an engulfing candle. This quarter was the continuation, the follow through off the engulfing, which is really good. So, all right, man. We didn't really care too much about Bitcoin's price based on it being one of the best inventions that humans have ever come up with. But I will take these technical developments to the bank. Those are incredible developments on the most significant timescales. You just got a little bit more adversity before 36K easily than 40K. That's it. Those are the weekly targets. They've been that way. I don't know where you've been. If you don't think they've been the long-term targets, don't know how long it's going to retrace. My God, dude, it took months. But you'll probably make a higher low than 20K. You did, and now you've broken out. And so, again, from the high to low, 36,000 to 48,646, the golden zone. Ethereum has its own golden zone. Been waiting since the breakout, right? The breakout that happened at the beginning of the year. Bullish engulfing candle 2 weeks ago, follow through this week. And just anything above 1744 is, I mean, that's the harder breakout, I think. It's just, I can't help that 1744 is a support as well as 2000, 2050. They both are, just like Bitcoin, from 28.8 to 30K to 31. They're all inflection points. So it's like a major zone. It's not just one resistance. And that's, you can see the price action, how it correlates to it. My God. So 2400 at 3343 or whatever. That's 3341, which is crazy. 3341, the golden retrace for Ethereum. That's virtually Bitcoin's bullish Gartley in 2019 price, 3343. So there's just way more upside. Minimum 24% upside on Ethereum, all the way up to 72% upside if things get insane, which you just don't know if they're going to get insane or not. That's why it's the zone. Oh, by the way, I want to say thanks so much to all the patrons who renewed. Y'all are absolutely incredible. Some of y'all been renewing for years, and it's just it's so humbling. And then just like a plethora of people that renewed the Citadel membership too. So I'm gonna do a collective Jesus chimes for all y'all and give the ones that renewed that I can see in the Discord a shout out. One sec. All right, so Big Cat, thanks for the 6 months, One Punch, thanks for the 2 months, man, thanks for the renewal. OXDEC, thank you for the 7 months, man, that's the longest, I think, unless I'm mistaken. C, thank you for the 6 months, I don't know, I think you changed your name. 6 months, dude, thanks so much. Why does this also say C? It just says C, C ... Another one. Y'all both changed y'all's names to C ... Is this a meme? Jeb, man, thank you so much for the 1 month, man. Thank you for joining this month. I really appreciate that. Crypto Ghost, thank you for the 6 months, man. I don't know what's going on. What is up with Discord? S ... Thank you for renewing for 7 months. Y'all are memeing. Gonzo, thank you for the 6 months, dude. And everyone else who renewed in the Patreon. There's just no way of, you know, it's showing you like that. So I really appreciate everyone, the new members and the old recurring. Okay, y'all keep it going. So More upside, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Just you don't know how long it's going to take, but you've got targets. If you look at the daily on Ethereum, great to see it holding up after the break of the wedge in the uptrend. There's just adversity, man. I mean, like you got the local high from late May. You got 1972 and you got 2043. I mean, there's no breakout yet above these last levels. You got to see a test, and once you test, we've got to see a clean break, man. An impulse candle that takes Ethereum up 10% in a day. That's the type of breakout we're looking for. You just haven't seen it yet, but again, the context is good. Higher highs, higher lows for an extended amount of time. Any sort of hidden bearish divergence was invalidated. That's good to hear, or good to see and hear. Yeah. And great news on the RSI daily is like trying to get back above 60, where you have been struggling. I mean, since May, you got to overbought territory in April, but since then you fell below it. You've not been able to crack back truly into the control zone, and you're trying right now. So all it needs to happen now is just some good price action. All right. XRP's having a good day at 2.4%. Okay. Still making higher lows than previous low. That's all that needed to happen. That's it. Just higher lows somewhere. You are this close. So it's like Bitcoin's got 28.8, 30K, 31K, and that's it. There's nothing else above it really. Until 30, it's not even 30, 36K is Fibonacci. 40K, 38K, those are the real key levels on Bitcoin. Ethereum's got 1972, 1770s, whatever, and then 2050. Above that, virtually like nothing for a long time. And then you've got XRP that's got 50 cents and 56 cents as its big ones, 40 cents as well. And above 56 cents is kind of nothing to like 80 cents. So they each one have their respective levels, and none have truly broken all of them. Ethereum, Bitcoin broke a couple. Great. There's one more, a couple more maybe. All right, so that's where you're at. Now let's go to BNB that is down today. But hey, talking about maybe one low, maybe the second low here, confirmation low. Hidden divergence didn't really play out at all. Bids came in, buyers defending 225. These market conditions, if Gensler's out, that was kind of the reason why BNB was in such trouble, was because Gensler. So it's a rumor, and it's rumored to be confirmed, but we won't know till it officially breaks. But him getting out, I mean, this would change everything. If Gensler's resigning, and they're maybe changing the way they even do the SEC, this would be great for BNB and great for a lot of other coins. A lot of altcoins, joke coins, yeah. I mean, he's the reason why, the trade setups at the beginning of the year only hit 2 of the 3 targets for the most part. None hit their third because Gensler started waging war in March, mid-March, with the banking crisis going on. It's crazy, man. Again, yeah, his whole purpose was fulfilled. I mean, he was there, he ran the show, he made sure the money laundering to the Democratic Party was done properly with FTX and scam bankman fraud, Ukraine involved, blah, 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 all that. He was a pawn, he was a tool used, and it was extremely successful, unbelievable. So he's no more purpose for him, really. So, I'm still kind of bear flagging, but how does the bear flag play out if Bitcoin breaks out soon? It just won't. It will rally. I mean, it could go, again, this thing could go to $308, $309. This is a short covering area. So, of course, I mean, when an asset gets to support and then puts in 2 lows, of course it could rally. This is a profit-taking level for a short. One could long it too. One could flip to longing and take their shots if they want to, and they might be successful, because that's what happens at supports. Rallies can occur. Sometimes they don't. I mean, this context I think is garbage still, but we're looking at reality. The dump happened. Buyers are attempting to defend the support. Great. There could be a more significant rally off of this second test. At the same time, if Bitcoin, where it is right now, you can see it just sitting sideways, Paul Wall. If it breaks down to 28.8 next, Well, it's going to be a different story. BNB is going to go test 211 again. I mean, the thing is, like, it's really hard to say that these are really divergence here. Hard to say. Is Gary really resigning? There's a rumor that it is confirmed he is, but again, a rumor of confirmation's like, it's just a rumor. So okay, so apparently, you know, Brad coming up with a good idea. We have started a Rumble account just in case, you know, like an insurance policy in case something happens. I mean, YouTube doesn't promote us at all, no matter what now. Don't know what I did, don't know what happened, but I mean, we're dead on YouTube in terms of growth. So there's the channel. So if you want to just go sub to it for one day, if you have a Rumble, you can go ahead and do that. You just never know. And I mean, the last thing I want to do is, like, as a backup, go to Twitch. Twitch is just awful now. It's like the worst thing ever. But this is what happened, you know. Amazon owns them, and you know what they do. So, okay. So those are like the big four we looked at. Was there like really good dot? Dot's rallying. See, here's the thing, man. Like, why it's so tough to be like optimistic. I mean, it's awesome that it's rallying off the buyers defended a December 28th low. God, so 6 months later, same price. The buyers coming in again after only putting in all these lower highs. It's so bad. I mean, like, you want to take a shot on that, fine. I just think there were stocks to take longs on that had way better context, more liquidity, you name it. But hey, man, people want to trade S-coins, so okay. But like, I'm just saying, this isn't invalid or anything. You'd have to break above $7 to invalidate this potential structure. So what? When a rally happens, it comes up and tests this level, it could go to 650 in this, and then make a lower high again and roll over later. So it's just like, this is not a dead idea. It's just buyers came in, like they've done on multiple cryptos now. 6 months later. Like, imagine taking the long here and just never selling on the way up, and you're just back at the same price and you're rallying. Chainlink was the same thing. I mean, at least we were monitoring this one a lot more. Where, hey, yep, the sellers, they tried to break down and they failed. But what's good about Link is, like, it's the first formal back test of the high from 2019. Ask support, yeah. Frozen, nice. Nice. God, dude. And it's always like, just makes my face look so stupid too when it's frozen, mid-sentence or something. All right, so I mean 7:30 probably, but yeah, don't you want a second low? Yeah, of course, if you're lucky enough to get it. But dude, look at Shiba. Okay, this is like, if you want to, because like what's happening, right? The wrong chart. I didn't update it. Sorry, let's look at Shiba here. Here it is. Okay, this is what I've got going. All right, so almost saying, like, forget about the historical levels, man. Just look at the local stuff, because there is no more history. It went down to 599, which is like the all-time low from 2021. But just really look how this low from a range, right? Look at it like a range. Buyers have pushed the price back above that level, and you can see right there, June 18th, Black Saturday, 2022. It's being back tested as support, and you've rallied a little bit off of that. So it doesn't mean it's going to go to 1311. It just means, if that's real, there's 70% upside on Shiba if it's real, right? Real meaning Okay, market participants have identified that a level that was once support has been reconfirmed as support again. All right, it's time to mark up like crazy, like all the other altcoins are doing without confirmation lows. They're just hitting these levels and just going up 100 to 300% in value. Okay, if that's the case, this is a great low risk for a long. It just is, based on what other crap coins have done. Okay, does that make sense at all? And maybe a supply line broke too. I think that's your just least concerning thing. Not really that, it's not that big a deal. But like, look, you can maybe see that maybe it broke it and it's trying to back test it or something. Yeah, you get why it's kind of tougher to be like posting trade setups on ALTCOINS. You know, you're like, oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm the whipping boy. I'm being blamed for cryptos pumping. You know, when they looked technically like garbage, they just did. And they're hitting supports, buyers defending, and this time they're just going up again 300% in a couple days. So there just aren't like confirmation lows, not type 2 returns or anything like that. It's just kind of like they're just hitting these supports and bouncing. So all right, if the trend continues, then this is the one maybe to long. Okay. Or one of them anyway, maybe. You know, you got, look, dude, this is like, what do you want? I mean, KSM, same thing. Like buyers, this was an insane looking setup. We've been monitoring this and it was perfect. It was like a textbook bullish deep crab. No, just a crab, excuse me. Bullish crab pattern with a type 2 return with bullish divergence on the second low. That and all at the all-time low, right? And maybe this is what's going on. It's like this is the type 2. All of this is one low. This is all the second low. Again, if you're willing to play it, I mean, this is like the sellers have failed again, right? It looked like, oh, it's done. KSM's done for. It just made fresh all-time lows. That happened. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll come on and explain that those things at all-time lows on comp, all-time lows on KSM or whatever, and then days later they reverse, and it's like, what do you want from me? Reality occurred, and now buyers are coming back in and they're defending these levels. Look at this support. This was 2 days ago. Buyers pushed the price back above that level, and they've now defended the October 2020 low. They've just done that 2 days ago. So I wonder what kind of consequence this is gonna be. It could be unbelievable where if that's the bottom, then we're going to 65 bucks next on KSM. Dude, that dude's like such a troll, man. Like, you're such a troll, dude. Yeah, no one said that. Yeah, oh yeah, 2 weeks ago when like all these short bearish trade setups hit targets. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, dude's done, dude. That's crazy, man.
Gentlemen, in the mix.
They hit profit-taking levels, and they've now bounced off those profit-taking levels. That's correct, dude. That's like, you have to be really stupid. Like, dude, like Cardano, it hasn't even gone anywhere, right? But these were profit-taking levels for shorts. And yeah, that's what happens. Shorts cover and buyers come in at the same time at levels. So yeah, I mean, of course it could rally. But like, maybe what I think Scott Carney's thinking, and this could be the same thing with KSM. This is the type 2 return of the mega M shape. Yeah, I just like, it's interesting. You just never know, man. Extension pattern here. I mean, if that was to play out, if you were to get a type 2 return here, the problem is like, there's just no support looking left. That's the scary thing about Cardano. There's just nothing here, man. It's like you're in a vacuum right here. So you're not like able to strategize an entry on a trade setup with a historical ice line support, right? You just don't have that. So that, I think that would inherently weaken a trade setup argument for long. But at the same time, as long as if someone wants to strategize a stop loss below 24 cents, have at it, Haas. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just you would always want to have a historical ice line, like maybe even GRT with that spring back test. KSM's got it going on. It's got the spring back test, but this one kind of doesn't. So I mean, it's just like, what do you want from me? When it's like, oh my God, man, Cardano's setting up for much lower prices, and it's May 7th, a couple months ago. They just were. It just was, and then it happened. It hit 2 of the 3 targets, didn't hit the third, because that's like worst case scenario. Just like others, the other short trade setups like BNB. They're playing out, and then these bounces are happening on other coins, and I'm getting blamed for it. Like, you were so bearish. You were so bearish. Look at it. It happened. It played out. But now we're witnessing potential confirmation lows. Maybe. Wow, buyers come in at supports. Yeah, it happens, dude. Get over it. Take a look back at Monero. That dude, Monero. It's the same thing as Ethereum. It's the same thing as what's going on right now with which one was it? We were just looking at it at the beginning of the stream. The low, the confirmation, right? This is it. That's it's time to mark up to the highest price. Target 210 on Monero. That's it. What's up, Crypto Face Man? Hey, Crypto Face at the chat. Check him out on YouTube. The Tube of Views. I bet Crypto Face likes the look of this. Okay, dude, this is it on Monero. Look how there's just no liquidity here, and you've just confirmed accumulation, and you're back above the key inflection points. That's it. Stage is set for stupid higher prices on Monero. It was scary at first, but man, this new data. What is that? What is this low right here?
I've got information, man. New has come to light.
New S has come to light. The second low, the new data. All right, so only higher lows, right? There's only someone out there or people out there that are acquiring more and more Monero than before. That's it. And anything above 154 is extremely bullish. Yeah, it is what you look at it. It is, man. I mean, I don't know. Sundays are, we're just here killing the clock for the weekly candle close, which will be the highest weekly candle close in over a year. As we just saw 2 days ago, the highest monthly candle close in over a year. A monthly bullish engulfing candle, a monthly confirmed breakout. So these are all really good things. I don't know. Crypto Face might find value out of this. Dude, Crypto Face, you seeing this, man? Shiba Inu coin, a false bearish breakdown, a test of the all-time low, but nay. The bots came in, the buyers came in, and then the local low, formally back tested as support. Supply line broken. It's so quiet and subtle right here, but man, based on what these altcoins have been doing, this could be, you know, just a one green day, 70% up.
Doge, please.
It's appropriate. Thank you, Mr. Talati. Don't even tempt me. I'm not Mr. Kumar Talati. Thank you so much, dude. We will look at Doge maybe right now because it's appropriate. It could be a similar situation. I think Shiba is like a no-brainer right here to strategize. Doge might be a little different, but just depends what levels you're looking at here, okay? He's in on Pepe, man. Yeah, dude, it's just like, okay, it could fail, but this is maximum upside potential. It just is. Like, no matter what, this is the basement of the basement. If one's not gonna long and take a shot on Shiba at this point right here, then they literally never would, right? There'd be nowhere to ever take a long, unless, yeah, you waited for like a second test of all-time lows. But I don't even think you'd want to be in Shiba below 717. You know, marginally have a stop loss below that low from June 18th of last year. When you short Pepe, you only feed Pepe. Oh God, dude. We'll look at Pepe maybe after Doge because we can. It's the beauty of being free-ish. You can look at Pepe. All right, so Doge here. I mean, it's okay. It could be maybe in the category. It's not at all-time lows like Shiba. It's not a no-brainer like Shiba. There's just controversy. It's like, well, I mean, the price fell to this low at 5.7 cents, but never fell to this low from June, from Black Saturday. But it's above 6.5 cents. At a kind of inflection point, you can see. And it's similar. One could set a stop loss up, maybe somewhere marginally below this low from March 10th. 6.18 cents for the memes. And let it ride. I mean, if it stays above that level long enough, this is the level where it marks up. Look at the price action. Look at what you get. You get a lot of up and down. So 9.17 cents above 6.5 cents will be your hard target here. And that's like 35% upside. So Shiba has the edge on upside potential by double, right? This is a 70% markup potential. And then Dogecoin has 35% upside potential, at least to the next like major level from history. So yeah, we did look at YFI already. That is, again, these assets crash, they dump, oh my God, and then they hit supports, and then buyers come in and a rally ensues off the supports again like it did 6 months ago. Yeah. It is fireworks season, man. It is. You know, it's been a long time, man. Does this even work anymore? Oh my God, my fireworks actually works, so we're gonna leave them on. It's July, it's Pride Month for it being a United States citizen or being, you know, American. So we'll have them up, we'll leave them up. Doge, okay, you kind of get it, you understand? That's probably the line in the sand if you're gonna strategize here. So, I mean, it's just pretty simple. Again, the problem is they're just not much of an, I guess there was divergence on the MACD histogram. You just have to play it really tight here, man. Really careful. It's simple though, right? It's like, that's the beauty of when you're at supports. There is no question. It's just entry, stop loss, take profits that are equitable. Yep, perfect. That's it. I mean, that's how you would play it. One would play it with Doge. You could be one could get away with being looser on the stop too. Well, not much. Probably get away at 6.15 cents. That's it. That's how one would play it if they wanted. Good luck.
5 p.m. this afternoon, the President of the United States arrives in town on a special...
Dude, I don't know. I've heard this song a few times and I freaking love it. It's just like the weirdest thing. At 5 p.m., the President of the United States said something. I don't know. It's like, what are these DJs thinking, man? They'll put anything in there.
5 p.m.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. All right, anyway. Great song. So, well, yeah, let's look at Pepe coin. 5 p.m. the Pepe coin did something today. We were looking at CoinX because of the data, right? Let's see here. Oh, it's still on breakout watch. It can't do it. It's like, come on, man. Like, it's at the, right? We know the 1.6 million level. That's it. That's that high from May 1st for that reaction. And that's been the case. I think there's a lot more correlation on the 4 hour. But you can just see how the buyers are testing, and there's just a little too much supply at that level. Maybe just not enough demand. Maybe a little bit of both. But if that level breaks, You could understand why an easy 2 million, and then my God, dude, 3.7 million daily. Hold on, let me see.
5 p.m. Saturday.
Yeah, dude. It's just up here. I mean, like, you figure, oh God, it's a test of the resistance as resistance again, selling off, but man, holding on, converging, bullish convergence. Someone would call it a flag, man. Someone would call it a flag that already broke out, right? That was the supply line there. Something like that. It's all whacked out, you know. But you broke it, and now you're off. So you probably test 1.6 again, and once you break that, easy 2 mil. So there you go. Pepe coins up there. Harder, look, something like this. Harder to strategize. It is not a no-brainer. It is not a no-brainer like Shiba or maybe Doge, where you can just set an entry, stop loss. You got a great reason for why, and naturally, when you're at the bottom, you're normally gonna have equitable take profits way higher. That's the natural beauty of it. So that's the big, have your alert set up above 1.6, because if you do, 2 mil, like that means upside potential on Pepe above this level. If it's real, not a fake out, which you've seen a multitude of times, 24 to 25% upside. I would think that would be the target on Pepe if it broke. Big ifs. True if big. Big if true. Yeah. So we got 7 minutes till the close. Been live about an hour. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button below the sub. If you want access to the trade setups I post and the charts I post daily, right? And the charts only category in the Discord. The link is pinned, patreon.com/MitchRayTA. First of the month, so it's the first best day to join, because that's when the billing cycle is. You can always join the Citadel, which is the exact same thing in the Discord at any time of the month. You're going to get 30 days. So, yeah. 100% crowdsourced stream, so I don't do affiliate marketing. I don't take money from anybody for sponsorships. Never have, never will. Don't monetize via advertising. So it's like Patreon and tips is literally the only way to support this channel, virtually. So okay, so I want to look at this. Pretty interesting. Okay, pretty interesting here. Maybe the 4 hour. Okay, so looking at FTM here, it just lost all its value, right? It almost hit support, but didn't. So like, where is it? There's this low back from March of 2021. It's also been a high from November of last year. Look what's happened. Look at the price action. There's no confirmation low or anything like that. No, that's why it's not really great. I mean, none of them are really great. Even if they got 300% off of support, it's like, that's good for the scalper. We're looking for those beautiful structure. You know, we're looking to DraftKings. We're looking for DraftKings all the time. So the 2021 ICE line on FTM is being defended by buyers right now. That's it. Make of that what you will. It's happening. If it holds, then you understand why 38 cents is the target. You go to 38 cents, make a lower high, you can roll over later. Harry Potter, Sonic Inu coin. Yeah, dude, that one's all the rage these days. Okay, so let's say this is real life and it catches follow through off that indicator. 20% upside. All right. Not all crypto is created equal, though. I mean, there are many that are down today. I look at ZRX here. Man, you just gotta wonder. Is it like? I mean, goes to just like a week ago. Goes to the lowest price seen since March of 2020, multi-year lows. But buyers came in and they never saw those prices again. And so is it like? Is this just some massive double bottom on the weekly, monthly? Yeah, it could be, man. Look at this. Buyers attempting again. Remember, 2019. And then 2020. December 2022. And then June 2023. I mean, on a significant time scale, this is a new development where you are seeing a discernible double bottom developing at the key of key levels. This was the trade setup entry at the beginning of the year because of all the things happening. The engulfing candle on the weekly, the second failed attempt to break that price and confirmation level, and it runs to 2 of the 3 targets. And a key level, of course, this was the second target of the trade setup for reasons, and it reversed there. But now it's back at this level, and something crazy is happening on the weekly, and it's one low, the second low. Take that off, just make it clear. I mean, that's just interesting. One time, no one knows on the weekly, but guess what? Maybe on the second low on the weekly, everyone knows. So back to 35 cents we go. It's crazy looking on the weekly, man. All right. So maybe is it time for just like a position trade, meaning like you'll be in this for months, waiting for it to play out. But if you do, I mean, think about if this played out and actually ran to the next resistance. 64% upside again. It'd be trade setup part 2. Yeah, man, part 2 of the 0x trade setup. I'm okay with it. If you want to remember, like, okay, again, people are so forgetful about, like, you know, when something good happens and T is respected, but as soon as something in their mind doesn't happen, there's not an edge for a real good trade setup in crypto. There had not been. And then the dump happens, it keeps dumping, and then finally at supports it rallies, and then it's my fault. Here it is. Here are these scrub haters. Like they won't ever address anything positive because their own life sucks, man. They won't be coming in here crying about it because it's like, dude, I'm trying to teach the things that are in textbooks in a welcoming, warm environment. No cursing, right? Just some good music. No advertising. Okay, so here we are, back to the entry of the trade setup, but it's more significant than that because we're looking at the weekly. 2 of the 3. So one could re-enter around here, have the same entry, same stop loss, and you might get to take profit 3 this time because the context is wild on the weekly. Whoa, hey, Verpes, Orphic, Mythic Squad, thank you so much for joining the Citadel, man. Your first month. Get you some Jesus chimes for that. Thanks so much, dude.
Technology.
Oh, sorry. What am I talking about? Someone getting banned every stream, just about. Blaming me for Bitcoin Cash going up 300% after backtesting support. But me saying, while it was on its way back down to that support, garbage. It was. It still is. Like, whatever. Like, it just hits support and bounces again. Great. Camp Rosen. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Again, one of these days I'll fix it, okay? I swear. You just have to understand, to fix it truly, I'd have to get a new motherboard, which is... Oh my god. I'm just done with, like, vendors and people that I pay money to do things for me because my experiences have just been so bad. Like, I can't just give people money anymore and then get, like, what was promised. I can't get that anymore. I don't know. It's just weird. Like, I just get scammed and people do a bad job, or they screw up and it ruins my property, or I'm just traumatized, man, by vendors and contractors and workers and people that do things for me. I'm just... Yeah, KSM could be it, man. I mean, it's like one could try to take a shot. Shiba is also it. This is the area. If you want to play the area, the sweet spot, low risk area, Shiba's here, and it's just going to stay on the off screen, the whole stream. Yeah, crypto face. For some reason, we are we're the cause of these moves, man. All right, speaking of the weekly, speaking of an S coin, you know, we could just look here and listen, like Wings of Redemption. I mean, okay, so clearly on the weekly, hold on.
Gentlemen.
FTM weekly.
Speaking of weekly, we have a new weekly candle. So let's get some Jesus chimes for that. We did it, man. A new week. Highest weekly candle close in over a year on Bitcoin. Hype in the chat. Let's go. That's right, Harun. Excellent. So all I can do is show you and say, like, look, Zcash, there's no like real like double bottom or anything down here. It's just you're back at the basement. You fell below the basement and buyers defended. So I would imagine if buyers can get the price above 33.55, the only real thing that makes sense is going to $50. It's been garbage. It's been trash. Such a loser. But nevertheless, buyers defending. And in fact, if you look at a supply line that takes you back to August 2022, you broke out. You just confirmed a breakout of a supply line on the weekly. I wouldn't call it a wedge or anything. It's probably just a downsloping channel, right? I think that's the way we had it. I mean, you'd be really grasping to do that. But dang, if you did that, man, think about like the candle close. Is this just like this insane wedge breakout? Like it'd be like ZRX, kind of, right? ZRX. It's like a wedge, right? At like a key inflection point. And then you got maybe Zcash here. Definitely something to think about. I mean, this is the basement levels. I don't know if it's going to play out or not, but dang, man, it's can't say you're not at the basement. Back in the basement 6 months later. That's what's annoying. Like, we were here 6 months ago, and this was all identified. And there were some trade setups that played out brilliantly, and then they were done. And then it's been done for months. That's pretty god-awful market, man, for real. I don't care who you are. Matthew, this sounds like a lot of work, man. All right, let's just go back to Bitcoin to see that newly cemented candle set in the stones of time for the rest of our lives right here. It will always remain. Right? Never seen a candle. Traders have not settled up this high since May 9th, 2022, that week. Taking out that high from April 10th when, frankly, there was a lot more euphoria back then. They were just starting the war on crypto exchanges, right? To make way for the big boys. They were just beginning. That's this bearish engulfing candle really represents the war, and then just bleeding out for a couple months, and now right back where you were. I mean, if it's real, if it's a real breakout, I mean, you might backtest 28.8 here on the weekly, but dude, again, whenever, I don't know when or how long it's going to take, 36.6 to 48.6. Those are your targets. People eating rocks now? Oh. Why does it sound like a joke? But why do I know that you're not kidding? And people are eating rocks. Oh yeah, they are eating rocks. It's somewhere in Asia too. They're eating rocks because they taste like seaweed or something. It tastes like a fish because it's been underwater for so long. Weird. Yeah, testing twice. So the first time I'm taking it, right, for a lot of these altcoins, the first time was January, December. And now we're 6 months later. Here's the second test, and I guess it's holding up, right? Yeah, KSM though. I just want to go back to that because, you know, I'm actually really getting intrigued. I just love the way it performed at the beginning of the year. But it's like, no, we're getting another chance here. Bro, on the weekly, this is a type 2 return, man. The daily, this could be it, man. This could be like the bottom of bottoms being confirmed to be in. Like that's the way you could look at KSM. That's actually incredible, man. And we don't know if it's going to play out, but we know how to cut your losses. You don't want to own this probably below $23. Take a few dollar loss, move on with your day if it fails, but my God, the upside would take you higher than $50. So you want a weekly trade setup? Let's just do it, man. It's first of the month, and you want to talk about longer. This is a longer term trade. This would not be some sort of 4-hour swing trade that can get stopped out tomorrow. Nah, this is something that's not getting stopped out, nor is it hitting profit taking levels for a long time, for a month. All right, so how do we play it? Why? All right, remember, like always asking the questions why. There are a couple ways you can strategize this, right? One out there could say, you know what, I'm entering now. And I really just don't want to own the asset below the low from October 2020. That's fine to have that as a stop loss, right? It's a 5.0, it's a 5.1 to 1 reward to risk or whatever. 5 to 1. Okay. Another person could be like, well, man, I just think that I don't want it to go below, if it goes below the local lows, right? I'll have it like that. You still have a 3 to 1 reward to risk, but my God, you're taking on so many losses just for it to fail, right? So the most conservative way of trading this would be probably to have your stop loss below that October 2020 low. And the main reason why is because this past week was a formal bullish back test, right? The spring was 2 weeks ago, right? A break back above AKI line that cannot be denied or argued with. It is real. It happened. There's the evidence. But last week was the buyers, the market participants have reconfirmed that old level that was once support is now confirmed support again. So that is the argument. That's why someone will be like, you know what? I would have my stop loss just below that, because if the price falls below that level for real, my entire argument reverses. My whole argument deteriorates. It becomes an invalid argument below that 23, 22 level. So that's a way to look at it. I mean, you could go just 2 targets here. I mean, you're going to be not satisfied with 2? Because 3 doesn't even make sense. 3 is like, okay, you're a psycho. You're going to 117. Something seriously going on, man, with crypto. It's not going to be the only one. All right, third target 117. This would be like reaching so much. I don't know if it'll ever happen. But let's just say we were living in a dream, man. And just going by the book, right? Inflection points, levels like that. Could you imagine that? So it does seem like a really tight stop there. I get it. But I just discussed there are multiple ways to strategize. One could afford a looser stop, and it could even go slightly below that late May low. Sure. It's just all about your risk appetite. Okay, does that make sense? I mean, that's a way to look at it. At the basement, I'll just publish it. Why not, man?
Gentlemen in the mix.
It's harmonics, it's technical indicators, right? Type 2 and the back test of the spring. It's the chart pattern, the double bottom potentially. It's just the basement, man. Excuse me, hold on. Yeah. It's pretty simple. Keep it simple, man. Supports, resistance, type 2 returns, all the things, right? My DM Scott Carney this too. Good hold of it. Oh my god! Dang, man, dang. Fuel cell. It was a fuel cell, but dude, thank you. Holy crap.
Crypto_hoarder tipped $114.98. What's up, brother? Still daily, please. Basement prices, or will it always be a loser? Death below 1.70? Appreciate it. 15,000,000,000,000,000 SHIB.
Boom. He's entering me on the trade setup, whether I like it or not. Thank you so much for the millions of Shiba Inu coin connect. Thank you, dude. Yeah, I agree. I mean, based on this, right? Based on that, that is buying low. He just tipped me low. 70% upside if this plays out, Larry. Anyway, KSM also beauty, and now we'll go to fuel cell. I don't think anyone else requested anything. I mean, I'll make sure right now. Hold on. FTM weekly. Let's go to FTM for Charizard and then FCL. Sorry. A lot of rambunctious stuff going on. FTM weekly. We did look at FTM, right? We just didn't look at the weekly. Yeah, dude, weekly. See, that's the thing, man. Yeah. I mean, you're not really getting much help on the oscillators. Nothing's like implying anything, but it could. What if it really is a low here? It'd be like the first real high or low you're seeing on the weekly in a very long time, right? I mean, someone could look at it like one low, then this is the second low. It's an M shape, of course, without a type 2, right? Yeah, I mean, it really, well, it's a little deep on B to be a formal harmonic, right? It has 65. It's like a Gartley back combo. But again, type 1. I mean, it's making a higher low, so it's kind of better than Shiba in regards to performance. Magnify to, nah, it's just I wouldn't maximize. We're good now. I mean, look here. You know the levels. It's between 18 cents and 53 cents. You're at 31 cents. So you're not at like the lowest risk area like Shiba, like the other one, like KSM. But you're at a reactionary area with the M shape. And again, we've identified it. Like what is literally happening, there is a key level that is being back tested as support by buyers right now. It happened June 28th and June 30th. And now you're above it. So the target's 37.8 to 40 cents from here. If that's true, if that's a real back test. Okay. But yeah, what I was talking about is just like a mega M shape that is Bartley. He's too deep on B, really, 70%. But the 886 is there. Definitely an 886. You know, that magic 886 area, man, or the reactions. If you got a type 2 return, it'd be nuts, right? But sure, an informal M shape, completing and reacting. And that's it so far. Now, butterfly is a 786 minimum. That's a 70. And the thing is, there's no harmonic really that has a 70% percentile on the B point. Nothing. It's either 618 or it's 786 or it's 886. There's no 70. It's a weird spot. All right, fuel cell for the Horda, man, coming in. Fuel cell energy, man. We were gonna do things, man. Oh, shoot, dude, what a loser. Really is. But yeah, and before it's not, but I get you, man. It just looks like a ungodly falling wedge, maybe. Adjust here. We got that. Do we have it like that, or do we? It's gotta be like that. You're just contained. You're in a downtrend. The problem, what's sad, what's really, it's too destroyed to short, right? That's been the problem with a lot of things, right? Too destroyed to go short and think about getting maybe a big yield on that short. But look how 293, which has been a reversal area in 2020, it was just regarded as resistance again. You're below the 200-day moving average. There's no edge. There's nothing good about it right now. Like, again, it could just randomly pump. That's always the chance. When there's nothing implying that, it, you know, like anything, because there's nothing saying that sellers are exhausted here. In fact, one of the most recent discernible events on the chart is a bearish formal back test of resistance as resistance again. Those are just not good. Things you want to see to be taken longs. You know, I think about a level below that, which you tell me, man. I mean, it's a high from 2019, a high multiple times 2019. It's been a low in March 2020. That seems like a likely candidate for maybe where a fuel cell's going after the bearish back test, but yeah, that's it. Nice wedge developing where it could be contained within the parameters of the wedge until July of 2024 if it was going to make it down here. So I don't know if that makes sense. Order man, thanks again for the Shiba. Sorry about the not so great news. I mean, it's almost like, look, one high and the second high here. Again, it's just so beaten down and wrecked. I mean, these things can pump. Seems like, is that just a bear flag? Yeah, dude, it's just like a bear flag. God. It's there. These are all things happening, even if it broke upward, right? So it's like virtually, you're probably not going short on it because it's so destroyed, but the trend's your friend for the bears, right? And it probably the best action would be doing nothing, not owning it. Like, even if it went up, you're like, oh, based on the way everything looks structurally, the trend, it's all screaming do not own fuel cell. If you were going to do anything, short it. But again, it's so there's limited downside based on remember that time that fuel cell was at $30 roughly, and now it's at $2.16. 90% of the value, 93+% of its value is gone. Oh yeah, crypto phase, 100th time today. My God. Nothing to worry about, man. So it doesn't even matter if Bitcoin can't do it this time. Like, that happens, right? It'll hit resistance and can't break it. And if it sells off and goes to 26.7, it's still awesome. Then all of a sudden, the development of an ascending triangle begins. You got a sell wall, we know at 31K. Hasn't broken it yet. I made this argument. It keeps doing that and then relent. The buyers relent and it does this. And it's like, what? That's sell wall with higher lows. Forget about it, man. Bullish anyway. Bullish no matter what. The only thing that would make it not bullish is a 17 to 20% drawdown where Bitcoin falls below 25K. That's the only thing that would reverse this trend or put this trend in jeopardy. It's so healthy. What's up, Andy? What is that? 888 in equity, please. I'm confused. What does that mean, dude? Yeah, you can't time these things, but just incredible shape. No matter what way you look at it. Serious technical damage would have to occur in order for you to be like, oh boy, Bitcoin's not looking good anymore. Andy, it's not even playing. It's not even showing up on the super chat. It's so weird. It's like broken or delayed now. EOS. Let's just go back to EOS, man. Remember the bear flag at support? How it played out like the Jesus, but hits all-time lows and rallies, and someone would have the audacity. They'll come in here and be like, "Bro, EOS hit all-time lows. It was randomly at 60 cents, and you were bearish on EOS, when I was bearish, it was bear flagging at support, right? After the context of lower highs than the previous highs. And it's still below a key inflection. Now, here's the thing. If EOS starts getting back above 83 to 85 cents, that'd be just like Shiba, getting back above its own respective level locally. It might be time to maybe even think about you can strategize above 85 cents. Below 85 cents, there is no argument for upside. None. Zero. There's no argument right now for upside. Maybe besides some class C divergence. It's actually bearish convergence, but it's just garbage, man. It's been garbage. Most are garbage. I don't care if they pump 300%. I don't care. Okay, 888 LN equity, stock-based London. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we'll look at it. There it is. Sweat down in it. Hey, yeah. Yeah. Well, can't say it's not at the basement. You picked that, for sure. Let's go to the weekly, though. Start out with the weekly. I've never been here. Yeah, it's the basement. Look at this thing, man. Go all the way back to 2006. That's when I graduated high school, man. It was at the so it's at the same price it was at when I was graduating high school. Wonderful. Clear level from 2008, 2020, and now 2023. I mean, how do you strategize it? The closer you are to 73.70, the easier it would be probably to strategize that. Now, there is this candle low close from 2020, and it's also been some sort of minor reversal level from 2009 and 2000, multiple times in 2009. So I could plot that too to give you like a zone of sorts. Look, it's been a resistance too. Okay, so this is a real zone. So the closer you are to $73.70 to $80, the closer you are to being able to strategize an entry, a very tight, reasonable stop loss, and take profits, right? So be like the next resistance, pretty much where it went to. As you can see, kind of like the next big level, like was 2009, 2010 peaks, a valley from 2014, and then you just tested that. So if you were able to bleed out and get a formal bullish back test on the weekly of $80, that would probably, the closer you are to that. So you got to drop 20% almost to be getting down there. That's gonna be a tall order. I don't know if you'll even do that, but it's all about the levels, and the closer you are to those levels always dictates how easy it is or how difficult it might be to manage risk. Okay, you being off that level by 20% makes it extremely difficult to strategize a very tight stop loss. It just is. Look, you're in between two mega levels. So this one's kind of tough because it already took off. Hopefully that helps. It's all about the levels, man. It's not about what's going to happen next on this coin. I don't know. I don't even know what's going to happen when it hits the levels. All I know is at those levels, that's where you can enter instead of stop.
PLS. Thanks.
There it is. It finally showed up, man. After we finished. I love the ticker, though. 888. Are you kidding me? Wonderful. All right, man. We've been live here hour and 20 minutes. We got that weekly close under our belt or something. On our belt. The notch under our belt of being here for the weekly close. And, you know, again, be sure it's the first of the month, so it is the first best day to join the Patreon that supports this 100% crowdsourced stream. Cannot emphasize that enough. I very seldom promote my own Patreon or Citadel because I don't like doing it. But if I don't do it, like, what happens, you know? Like, if people don't know about it, they won't join it anyway. So I'm just telling you. If you want this to continue, what I'm doing every day, providing market updates and education mixed within, that's the single best way to support this channel. You're supporting me and my team, not just me, right? So just wanted to say that, and I'll just leave you with that because we've looked at everything. The stock market's closed. which the stock market's been so interesting. I mean, the individual assets out there, there are just so many that had been setting up for higher prices. And forget the index funds, man. They're whacked out. Too many variables. But individual stocks have been respecting the TA like crazy the whole year. All right, crypto face, man. Yeah, dude, you be good and keep your eye on Monero and Shiba. And shoot, man, ZRX on the weekly. Keep your eye out for KSM on the freaking weekly. I mean, they're just there. We looked at it, and it's just, dang, could be it. It could be it. Could be the confirmation low on the weekly we've been looking for. Yeah, check out Crypto Face on YouTube. Crypto Face. Type that in the search bar on YouTube. It will show up. It's Crypto Face. He's awesome. Fun times down here in Miami. I'm sure it will not be the last time I see this man. So shout out to him for having his own awesome online community and just doing his thing, trading. So really appreciate, again, all the patrons that have again renewed their membership today. It's an honor. It's humbling. Thank you for the new members and the Patreon, the Citadel, everyone. And I'll just leave you with that. 31K is the breakout. Have your alerts set up. We looked at some interesting stuff today. The new data over the past few weeks has changed things. To a little bit, yeah. New data has presented itself, man. I'll be back. Until next time. Respect the TA.